family, tonight we have the new Black Majick Psychic Hotline. We have our spiritual reader, Miss Charming T. She can be reached at extension 10. Next we have our spiritual reader, Miss Night Empress. Her extension is 12. And let's not forget Mr. August Brown. He can be reached at extension 13. And family, let's not forget the Black Majick All Male Night panel, who keeps you engaged all night long. We have Mr. Carbon Martian, Miss Nicole, Chaz Bill, Mr. Darby, and Majestic Unicorn. Call in tonight and get your spiritual reading. Let's go!
Come on away, and mine away. I don't want pressure, you none. I want your blessing today. Oh, by the way, open the door by the way. Tell you that I'm on the way. I'm on the way. I know connection is vague. Pick up the phone for me, babe. Damn it, we jamming. That had a truth for your nanny. Hearing your hit from your memory. Remember, Gardena, I took the studio camera. I know Top will be mad at me. I had to do it. I want your body, your music. I bought the big one to prove it. Look what you made. Told you that I'm on the way. I'm like an exit away. Yep. If I didn't ride blade on her, would you still have her?
Somebody move. Check it out. Check it.
Shop Generational Beauty at blissful-soap.com. You can also find us at generationalbeauty_HC.
Greetings, family. Greetings.
Greetings, everybody. Greetings, family in the chat. How's everybody doing tonight?
Greetings.
Y'all, greetings. Greetings, y'all. Welcome to another episode of Black Majick, y'all. How y'all doing?
Doing pretty darn good. How about y'all selves?
I'm blessed.
Doing all right.
Yes, absolutely. Man. So, Miss Nicole's not here this evening, so yeah. And unfortunately, at the moment, space and time, I don't have the whole spiel in would me. So if somebody would please. Oh, there she is.
I got
the
you.
Woman.
All right, everybody. Greetings and gratitude for joining us, y'all, tonight on the new Black Majick. We have our lovely panel tonight. We are live, but you do know that you can call in any time of the week. Our readers will give you their time, specifically of when they are available. Call in at 888-562-0862 for your reading. And they will go ahead and give their time that whenever they're available.
Gratitude, Audrey. Hey, just real quick, side note, Audrey, you should do voiceover work. You got that kind of voice, that announcer kind of voice. I love it. I was listening to you on the intro. I was like, yeah, that's some money you should tap into. Yep. Okay, I'm done.
Gratitude. Ahead, I love y'all.
Charmin, you could tell them what times you're available.
So my availability is Monday through Friday. I think it's actually 7 days a week. 5 p.m. PST. Starting at 5 p.m. PST. So, and then Wednesdays and Thursdays, I believe it's all day because I'm off those days. But 5 p.m. PST, which is 7 Central and 8 Eastern. So, yes.
Okay, perfect. And me, myself, Night Empress, I'm available every day at 9 a.m. through 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Okay. Gratitude.
All right, gratitude. So everybody, as you've seen some of our commercials as we were starting this live tonight, um, we are make sure that you look at Eventbrite. We have a few events going on. Just a few announcements real quick. With a walk with the ancestors as well. We have the Nashville group reading that will be on June 14th in Nashville, Tennessee. So if you have not gotten your ticket yet, please do so here in the next couple of weeks. We're just a few weeks out from that event. The second one, we have Charlotte, North Carolina, which is July 26th. Both of these events are group readings. They're on Saturdays. Charlotte, North Carolina, AWWTA is coming to your city or to your state as well. So if you want to be a part of that, that is also available on Eventbrite. Please make sure you head over to Generational Beauty at Blissful Soap so that you can buy the products that are available there, sugar scrubs, soaps, all of your needs. Actually, there we get a lot of great reviews from those products. We have a men line also, and female line, and then both can be interchangeable. So hey, we don't have no title on anything, so please go ahead and head on over there. Also, on top of that, Black Majick will be starting on TikTok. So if you haven't joined us on TikTok yet, if you're not following, please do so, and we will put that title for the page in our chat tonight. So now, last thing, we have the great panel, the Great Eight, that is going to be starting on Sunday, June 15th. 3 classes, 3 Sundays. It's a webinar. Head on over to Eventbrite to get your tickets. But again, tonight we're focusing on Black Majick, and you can donate. As you see, we also have Cash App now, so you can donate. Every little bit helps. What we do is that we keep the money in the bucket on Cash App, and then what we would eventually do once we start to build it up, we will then be giving out like free readings and gifts and things of that nature. So we want to give back to the community, but to start off, we need the community to just give to us. So we are grateful for anything that you give and donate to the Black Majick channel. All right, so let's get started, y'all. What's up with these topics?
So I have a topic, and my topic is going to be around food, because food is such a part of our culture. I saw these TikToks, and I thought it was very interesting, and I wanted to see what the panel thought and also the cousins thought about this. But the title was 6 common foods that are banned in other countries that they allow us to consume in the United States. So guess some of the food that you think that might be banned in other countries, but they allow us to consume. Let us know in the comments box, or anybody on the panel, and then I could give you the list. It's like 6 of them.
I know a lot of our candies are banned.
Candy.
Damn.
That's
I would say cheeseburger. I was on mute. Cheeseburger. I would say that'll probably be the first one.
Okay, cheeseburger. Okay. Candy is not on the list, but cheeseburger in regards to ground beef is one that is on the list. Anybody else? Yeah, you got it. Pork, of course. What else? We got like 4 more. You want to guess? Let us know in the comments.
Somebody said chips.
Huh?
Chips.
Tamika
Anu said chips.
So this is the 6 common foods that are banned in other countries, but they allow us to consume here in the United States. The number 1, and it's going to go per, the highest. So number 1, American chicken, baby. You already know that's our favorite thing, especially in the Mennonite community. Chicken is popping, right? That's our number 1 food. So that's the number 1, chicken, because it has chlorine in it and a lot of other different type of chemicals. You can look it up for yourself to find out what other chemicals that chicken have in it. A lot of times when it comes to the meat, they grind it up with different meats as well. I know perhaps you heard about like cows, mad cow, because they were feeding the cow themselves. So the second one is ground beef, because they put like pink slime in it, ammonia gas, some type of stuff in the ground beef. The third one is going to be pork. Okay. The fourth one is farm raised salmon. because it has like the metals in it, mercury in it. I'm sure probably you all have
Yeah.
heard about that. The fifth one is going to be milk. And I see that somebody named milk because it has growth hormones in it and it also causes cancer as well. Okay. So that is the most 6 common foods that are banned in other countries. But why do the United States allow us to consume those type of meats when it has a lot of different type of chemicals and drugs that is harmful for the body? So I really thought that this talk or clip on TikTok was very, very informative.
It's just called in America. It's called a
I'm a
soft
fun fact.
KILL. Go ahead, baby.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I was just gonna say fun fact about like related to that. I might have brought it up a couple years ago and on Let's Have a Conversation, but the brand Mary Kay. You guys know the brand Mary Kay, like the one that goes door to door, and like it was made by like a woman back in the day. Is that what it's called? Is it Mary Kay?
Mary Kay.
Yeah, I know
Yes,
Mary Kay. Avon goes the door to door, and Avon sells a lot of different products.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about. Yeah, I'm not talking about Avon. I'm talking about Mary Kay.
Mary Kay, they all do the same thing.
Yeah,
Yes.
so but Mary Kay, so according to them, a fun fact, according to them, their standards for their skincare is actually follows European standards and not American standards, because a lot of the stuff that we put in our skincare, European does not allow it. So they have actually more stringent skincare requirements than we do, and when it comes to putting stuff on our skin. So fun fact.
Yeah, and I actually know about it because I wear the Mary Kay products as well. And it's like a lot of the products is like natural. They do scientific research and stuff like that too. So yeah, that's good. Yeah, like American, you can't trust their guidelines.
And a lot of those,
they already know.
Yeah, and I was just gonna say, piggybacking real quick. A lot of those products, they put stuff in it to where you have to keep using it for it to work, for you to look young and yada yada yada. So a lot of that stuff it's rigged for you to have to keep buying it for you to get the result that you're looking for. So it's actually damaging your skin more than you actually realize. That was it.
That's interesting.
Do you guys remember the brand? And please chat if you guys remember the brand. I cannot remember the brand off the top of my head. But it was a brand that came out a little while ago, and they would have like all the celebrities, and they would be like, it was skincare brand, and it was like supposed to be like the top-notch skincare brand that helped to remove acne and things like that. Do you guys? It's like a commercial skincare brand. Do you guys remember? It was marketed to teenagers. It was marketed towards teenagers, and it was kind of expensive, and you could like
OxyClean or something like that. Oxy. Proactive.
Yeah,
Proactive. Yeah, I remember
Proactive.
Proactive.
I actually used that.
I remember being a teenager before before I was into any of the conspiracies, anything like that. I remember being a teenager and hearing somehow, some way that they put chemicals or ingredients in their products that make it so your skin becomes addicted to it. So it will clear up when you're using it, but when you're not using it, it will break back out because your skin is actually addicted to the chemicals that's inside of it. So
I believe
I'm not lying. See, okay.
Because that brand didn't even last long because people started to figure it out really soon. It came and it went. It was a popular, then it went, it was gone because we see it. We saw why. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe the recall rolled in, and maybe I heard it from the recalls, and I just didn't. I was too young to like realize like that's where that information came from. But that's crazy because I remember like wanting to use it, but it was also really expensive. It was marketed towards more middle class, slightly rich people. That's what they use, the celebrities. So I remember wanting to use it, and it was just too expensive for me. So yeah, it's very interesting.
For real. All right, who got the next story? What's going on? What we doing? Oh, y'all hear about the plantation burning down? I know somebody had posted that.
Yes.
I think I heard about it.
I think it burned down by Thursday or Friday of last week, and it just seems like the people in the comments, especially the white folks, they they felt bad that the place got burned down, but I don't think that they really understood the trauma, if you will, that our ancestors went through while being on that. Or if they did, they don't really care. But I found it very interesting that just by everybody in the comments felt bad that the place burned down. And it was also a picture that I saw where I don't know if it's Photoshop, but it was like somebody that took a picture of it and they saw figures in the picture as the place was burning down, like it was like ancestors, I guess you could say, that was just up there glad to see it burn, basically. So I just found that to be interesting.
Well, yeah, genomes know what that land hold, what the history holds of that land. They ain't stupid. They play stupid, but they not stupid. That's why they were sad when it burned down, because all of them, Anyway, I'm glad the ancestors did what they did with that.
They
Good
did.
job.
A long time coming, but don't matter.
Yeah.
It's gone now.
I guess this happened right around the time that the Annabelle doll came to town.
I heard
Ooh, I
about that
didn't even
too.
think
I heard
about
about that.
that. I
I
didn't
heard
even
about that
think
too.
about
The
that.
haunted
Yeah,
Annabelle. Okay, it went on tour. Yeah, she went on tour, and then for some fucking reason, and I guess when she left Louisiana, because that's where it was at, right? The plantation was Louisiana.
It was in Louisiana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess when she left Louisiana, it caught on fire, and then I guess according to the internet pictures, not my research, so if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Apparently,
Likewise.
I seen the same thing I seen the same thing. The video of the darker figures, like spirit looking things, and then I guess like the back house, like where the slaves would have lived, that didn't burn down.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very interesting. Hey, no, well, like I want to piggyback on Annabelle. So I saw something today where it was one of us, a Melanite, and she was basically saying that what if Annabelle is one of our deities that was trapped in that doll, and it's not what they say it is.
I mean, it's kind of giving Skeleton Key.
Yeah.
You guys know what I'm talking about? When they was switching bodies, and we thought I mean, I know they're humans, but it still gives me that energy, like could be trapped and used as a relic type thing, So I don't know what y'all think.
And that's what the lady was saying. Like she was trapped in there, and Annabelle's not her name. That's the name they gave her.
True. That is true.
I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But that's like knowing what we know, that it don't sound far fetched. You know what I'm saying?
And Chucky, I was gonna say the same thing. That do remind you of Chucky as well. Yeah.
I just found that interesting.
I seen that video too, Darby. But it was it just that plantation? Wasn't it another one or something like that, like a museum or something like that they had or something like that?
They were using it as like a museum, if I remember correctly. But I don't know, to be honest. But I do remember them saying that it was a museum and it got burned down. Well, it clearly got burned down, but yeah, I think it was a museum, but I'm not sure.
Or a tree or something fell on it, or something fell on top of. I guess it was. I was reading the comments, like a shed or something like that they had in there. It was supposed to be a museum, but everybody was like, "But that ain't nothing but like a shed or something like that. That ain't nothing but like a 2-flat trailer or something like that." All the Melanites were just in the comments cracking on the genomes, pretty much.
They really was.
They were just comments cracking on them, like, "How dare y'all call this a museum?" Hey, yeah.
No, for real. Real quick, you guys. We're here for Black Majick. So if you want to call in and get a reading from one of our beautiful readers, that's why we're up here. If people are not calling in this evening, we're probably going to end it in about 20-25 minutes or so. But with that said, go ahead and reach out. Our number is scrolling across the bottom there for Black Majick. Miss Charming and Miss tell me your extension, please.
10.
10, and Melanite.
And my extension is 12.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, we can continue, y'all. Oh, there it is, right there, y'all. It's on the screen. Please call in. These women are
Gratitude.
like what they do. They're very accurate. I've been read by both of them a couple of times, and yeah, it's like they sitting in the corner watching me. Anywho,
Kind of spooky, huh? Kind of creepy,
you know what
huh?
I'm saying? All right.
But,
No,
you
but
know, but it's
anywho,
good. It's accurate, you know.
no, it's good. I mean, they're accurate, and that's what I mean by that, y'all. But at any rate, we can keep this conversation going. Who's got the next topic? Who wants to bring it on up?
Well, this might change the little algorithm, but I had saw yesterday and today where this Melanin couple had well, first the lady, she had died from a tragic crash, and then the deputies on or the detectives on the scene called her fiance and told him what was going on, and then as on his way to on the way to the scene, he died tragically in a car crash. Also, he hit a tree and flew out the window and died. And the real sad part about this is they left, I think, their 4-year-old son behind. I think he's 4. So I found that to be pretty tragic. And this happened, like I said, last week. I want to say either Thursday or Friday, if I remember correctly.
I don't remember hearing that one, but that's horrible.
Me neither.
Hmm.
Pretty tragic.
Yeah, he's 4. I thought
It's
so.
only
Yeah.
4.
And
Mm.
the grandparents said that, of course, he's not really comprehending what's going on, but she said that he's he just thinks that she's asleep. His mother, he just thinks that she's asleep.
Is that what
So
they telling him?
yeah, like that's his comprehension of it, as she's just asleep.
Hmm.
Mm.
Hmm.
Mm.
Yeah, because the baby is so young at 4, you wouldn't even think if he could even comprehend, comprehend that. I don't know if we could say that word, but comprehend
Hmm.
that. So, I mean, I get it.
Yeah, it's just gonna be jacked up. Like when that baby's like, "Well, mommy's been asleep a long time. Like, when they gonna
Right.
wake up?" You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
And there's another conversation that's going to have to be had, because once the child get at least like 9, then they start being aware of a lot of more things, so
Uh-huh.
hopefully they'll have that conversation, because you don't want to lie. I mean, yeah, you don't want to tell stories and stuff like that long. You don't want to
True.
prolong it too long.
Thanks.
yeah, it's definitely a situation I don't want to be in. That's crazy, insane.
It is.
Mm.
I guess a cousin said that the family told the baby that the parents are back with God, like heaven sleep.
Okay, good. That's better. That's better. Okay,
Th-
good.
That's a
It's better than
And
good way to
and
nothing.
tell him.
and I agree with you. I agree with you, Melanite Empress. But my daughter is 7 right now, and she is definitely like they have very less time than 9. They don't have that much time. They have until about 5.5 to 6. They got one more year. Like comprehend that is out really, really soon. And whether they can comprehend it, even though they probably won't fully comprehend it, because it's gonna be like, well, how are they, not alive when they've been asleep? But they are going to at least start questioning it within a year.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
maximum, they have until to figure out what they're gonna say outside of what's going on, because it's gonna like now in my opinion is they're gonna cause a whole lot of slew of psychological issues that we don't know can even predict can come out of something like this.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me, personally, I would have probably said that too, that, she went to heaven to be back with God, because I think that's more of a truth. I like to be upfront and honest, even with
Hmm.
little kids and stuff, because they could comprehend things more than you know what I'm saying, depending on what child that is. So I would try to, keep it as truthful and close to the truth as much as possible, But I think, a child, if you would have told them that they're, that the person is no longer here, that they pass away and stuff, I think they would understand it in a way where it's like, okay, they put two to two together. Okay, she's not here no more. She said this. Okay, you know, they're definitely
Well, good
smarter than
gosh.
we think they are.
They gonna definitely say, yep, you right, baby.
Yeah, but yeah, I agree with Melanite. Children are way more resilient and understand more than we think they do. You know what I'm saying? Maybe not all, but a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Right, a lot that are in tune. You'll be surprised what like little kids would say. You'd be like, huh? How did you know that? You know? How do
Hmm.
you know that? How did you know even to ask me that? You know? So some of them are very bright and very intuitive and very already in tune, you know what I'm saying? And, you know,
Yeah.
at a younger age for some of them. You know what I'm saying? And for some that is also will grow up being very intuitive and stuff like that. Because I could think back and I could remember when I was that age and I comprehended things in a way that, you know, that I could or whatever. But I saw myself, you know, really very in tune with a lot of stuff, like the different dimensions and everything. And a lot of things was going on. I saw a lot of things, you know, when I was a child and stuff. So it just depends on the child. If you know your child is like that, then definitely you'll know, like, okay, they'll be able to comprehend what I'm talking about.
Right.
I just thought
Mm-mm-mm.
about something because I just read one of the comments from what the cousin said. Even though what she said, I don't think pertains to what just reminded me of. But I remember seeing a couple days ago where I think it was on Instagram. This lady had told me, well, she didn't tell me. This lady had said on the video that this Melanite lady she was pronounced brain dead, and the doctors took it upon themselves to use her as an incubator. But the
To
family,
birth
of course,
children?
they did not consent to this. But I guess due to her being medically brain dead, that I guess they didn't have a say so in the matter.
Because of the law that was
She was
passed.
already pregnant.
Yeah.
She was already pregnant. So what I seen is that she was a couple weeks pregnant when she had went and told them that she was having health problems. And again,
Okay.
double check and correct me if I'm wrong, but this is from the chunks of what I've been seeing. That she was a couple weeks pregnant when she went in and told them that she was having health problems. I guess they didn't want to interfere because of it could have harmed the baby, apparently. And I don't know what state she's in, so I don't know what the abortion laws are in that state particularly, or doctors are just fucking okay. The doctors are just not good doctors.
Hmm.
um so like I was saying, and so basically they've been trying to grow the baby, but they're pumping it with fake hormones because her body's not alive to create hormones. Basically the baby she's an incubator because the baby cannot survive without her being plugged up
Mm.
to
Yeah.
Okay.
machinery
Yeah.
and
She's on
equipment.
a ventilator.
And so therefore,
Hmm.
yeah, and then it's been a long time. So the baby it's like a zombie baby. It's like, where's the
How many
soul
months did the
coming
baby
from?
go?
So
Yeah.
so
Where's the blood? Where's the blood to blood connect? Where's the bloodline? You know, like it's still there, but
right.
it's like can't develop. You know, like there's so much like spiritual implications. But yeah, I guess the family doesn't want her to do that or doesn't want them to do that. And I haven't looked deeper into it, but it's pretty scary because they're like what are they thinking, you know, like what are
I think
they hoping the outcome to be? The doctors should know that the outcome is not going to be what they think. I guess the baby already has water in its brain or something like that. Like I guess there's already some shit going on with it. So what people are basically saying is that the baby ain't gonna survive.
so. What
Yeah, I
they're doing
know.
is probably like doing a research or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Doing
Yep.
research and using
Yep.
the woman
Lab
as a
rat.
guinea pig because perhaps this never
Exactly.
happened
Lab rat.
before. If it's successful, then we could use all the Mennonite women that are supposedly dead and make us
Hmm.
some black babies, baby. You know, like we could have a
But
whole lab of it, a
yeah, it's in
whole lab of
Georgia.
the
So this
unalive
law
black men. Like
this
crazy.
is taking place in Georgia, and the law
Yeah,
basically
of course.
says after the woman is pregnant, 6 weeks pregnant, 6 weeks pregnant, or before you can do an abortion. Well, all this occurred in her 9th week, if I'm not mistaken.
I
So
think
that's
you're
why we're
correct.
in
Yeah,
this.
I seen 8
Yeah,
or
I
9.
believe that's why something like that. Yeah, that's why she's in this predicament or whatever the case may be. But yeah, yeah, baby, it's a Franken baby. I'm sorry to say it like that, but
Mm-hmm.
that's what this is turned into.
That's what it sounds like to
Unfortunately,
me. How old is the baby?
I'm not
Baby.
sure. I'm not sure, honestly.
Okay. Okay, I was just curious. Because at some point, at one point in time, a baby could be born maybe 5, 6 months. You know, I think
Premature.
maybe. Yeah,
Preemies.
yeah. You
Yeah.
know, so
Uh-huh.
so that's what I'm saying too. Like if the child was old enough, then they could definitely. I think I don't know how that works, but I know that the baby could still survive premature. So,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know when it comes to a supposed dead person, you know what I'm saying, and how that works. So I don't know. I guess we'll see. Are they keeping us posted in regards to that story or no?
I'm seeing little updates here and there. I haven't seen anything
Okay.
recently, but
Yeah.
basically that's the
They'll probably update us.
situation. I mean, the
I,
family's hands are tied. So I mean,
Because when you sign the
her name
paper and
is
stuff like that, you
Adriana
don't know
Smith.
what the heck you're signing. That's
Yeah.
the problem. They probably signed her over. When you sign into the hospital, you probably signing your a lot of your rights away. And so maybe that's the discrepancy in regards to the signing of the documents and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
exactly what I said, because not everybody's going to read all those details in, what the hospital made people sign. So
that's what
maybe
they're
that's
counting
why.
on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Mhm.
Come on, Charms.
What?
What are you gonna read, baby?
So it says that she went to the hospital in February for a headache, and within hours she was unresponsive. Her family later learned she had suffered blood clots in her brain and was declared brain dead.
Mm.
Hold on, I'm trying to see. Oh, here we go. She's 22 weeks pregnant now.
Okay.
4, 8, 12, 6,
Saying that
20.
doesn't even feel right. It's like, doesn't even feel right.
5 months and
Smith
2 weeks. That's
remains
crazy.
on life support, where she was transferred last week at a hospital. Doctors plan to keep her on machines until early August, when they hope to deliver her baby via C-section.
Then
On
afterwards,
Monday, Newkirk shared that her unborn grandson, whom the family has named Chance, is You say what?
And then afterwards, they're gonna unalive. Well, she's supposedly already unalived, already, brain dead, already
Yeah.
dead. Right? They're gonna take her
She's
off
already
of
brain dead. Yeah.
the tubes and stuff like that. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So
crazy.
Really is what they be
Well,
doing.
hopefully
Like
they'll
they be
actually give the baby to the grandparents.
they'll probably lie and say if it does work out, they'll probably lie and say, oh, it didn't go through, the baby didn't
Yeah, I was
survive,
thinking that too.
whatever. You see what I'm saying? That's the scandalous things that they be doing. We already know the patterns of it all, right? So we could pretty
Unless
much
that
predict
family
that.
fights tooth and nail to be in that delivery room,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ain't no
yeah,
telling what
yeah.
they're gonna
absolutely,
do.
No.
Mm-hmm.
absolutely,
Yes,
I
I
agree.
hope they do that. I hope. So yeah, keep us updated with
Insane.
that story.
I think the baby's gonna be awarded the state, and they don't
Mm,
know it
That's possible. Yep.
mm.
I hope not.
because the baby was completely taken care of by them.
Literally.
Mm.
The mother never was able to sign over her rights. Like she's
Right.
not even fully dead. She's brain dead. Like there has to be some sort of like middle ground law. Like she's not even fully dead yet. She's still in the hospital. So it's like,
Right.
Right.
you know
Yeah.
what I
Right.
mean? Like there has
That's
to
what
be
I'm
some sort of like
saying.
gray area in which they're gonna fucking swoop and say the baby's actually ours. We share custody. So whenever we need you to bring the baby in so we could do medical experiments and examinations, you got to bring the baby
Right. There you go. They're not gonna say
Exactly.
experiment, but that's what that is. That's what that
in.
is.
Examination.
You know what I'm saying?
Examination.
I mean, they
Exactly what it is,
already use
though.
people
So
that
we
are
can check on the growth of
consensual.
the baby.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's true. So they're gonna have, because they already use people that are consensual in regards to making babies for them, melanite women. We heard about that, like even the people that are, higher ups and stuff, they do that. But I guess they probably wanted to have it where it's like, I don't know, like a lab of women where they could just make melanites, babies and use a placenta and use this and use that and to be easy access. So we don't have to go in the dark web buying these certain things. I don't know. I mean, it could go anywhere. Anything is possible with these people.
Yeah. They find ways to kidnap and destroy, and it's sad. It's sad. It's sad, and all because she had the brain clots at the 9-week mark. Yeah, that's insane.
Mm-hmm.
And I wonder about that, if that's really true. But they said that she had a headache, so I don't know.
Yeah, she
I
went there
mean,
Right.
for headache. So
Mm-mm-mm.
One of the cousins said she was probably in an induced coma that she could not get out of.
Mm.
So technically, yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, in my opinion, it would be their fault, would it not?
That's
No,
true.
for real.
If she only went there
Yeah.
for, and now she in a coma, like make that make sense.
yeah,
Right.
yeah. You got a point.
So before we're gonna be going in 5 minutes, according to Audrey.
Okay,
But before we go,
Light asked a question.
have y'all been keeping up with? Oh, what?
Light says, to the ladies who are doing readings, what do you each specialize in so I can call in the right person? This is my first time on this type of platform.
Okay.
So for me, Light, I use tools such as the tarot cards and the oracle card as well. But I'm also a psychic medium, and I also do past life readings and stuff too. So I'm an energy reader, so I can pretty much do, a lot of things in regards to relaying the messages to you in my readings. So that's pretty much what I do. Like, and Charming?
So I do past life readings, but in terms of Black Magic, I just do general readings. I can do like a quick like look into the past life reading, but my past life readings are usually an hour, so I prefer to not do that. But if you want to, we could totally do that. But usually, if you want to book other readings, you're gonna go to walkwithancestors.com. Quitita's website includes me, Quitita herself, and a few other readers. But in terms of just like the hotline, you can call in with a general question. It's a 10-minute reading for the most part, unless you want to extend it. But it's a 10-minute reading for the most part, so you can call in about general, just to see what the messages are, or you can have a specific question. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, gratitude for that, Light, for asking those questions.
And one more time, give extensions for the both of you.
I'm at extension number 12.
And I am 10. And when you call, there should be a menu type thing of listening menu where it tells you who you can dial. It should be. So if it's not, then please let me know. But it should be the case. Oh yes. So we were both on there. See, Mel and I, Empress, didn't even know. I forgot you got loaded on there recently. So we are both on the website at walkwithancestors.com. So you can book either one of us for like any of the readings we mentioned. So but in terms of Black Magic, like I said, those are generally quick, but I've had a handful of ones that were way longer than 10 minutes. And Quitita has two, so it's nothing that is. I'm sure you have two, Empress. I'm just not sure. Like you haven't told me, so. But it could be that way, so it's not. Yeah. So there's no like restrictions. It's just whatever we're feeling, whatever you're feeling. So, yeah, definitely call in. We're available throughout the week. So.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say that don't feel like you guys have to call in on Wednesdays again. They are available through, like she just said, throughout the week. You know what I'm saying? If you call, I'm pretty sure somebody will answer. You know what I'm saying? If you put in your extension, I'm sure they'll answer.
You pay when you call, it'll prompt you to put your credit card in. I think, right, Charming? You'll pay via the call center.
The number that you call is scrolling at the bottom of the screen, sweetheart. That's how you call that number, and you follow the prompts.
Yes, thanks for those questions, because maybe someone else needed to know as well that is new to us in the Black Magic. So that's really great. I look forward to it.
Yes. Well, y'all, this has been a great show this evening. Hopefully you all chat will call in at some point and get a fabulous reading from one of our readers. Don't forget, it's all week. Don't forget, you can go to awalkwiththeancestors.com and book an appointment that way as well. I think it was a good show. I enjoyed myself. What y'all think?
Most definitely,
Yeah,
thought it
good
was a good
show, good
time.
topics. You know, everybody was engaged in the chat. What do you think, family in the chat? How did you like the show? Yeah, it was good.
I was gonna say maybe next week we could do some readings. We can do some readings for the chats.
Well, how about
Yeah,
before
and if
we
you want
go,
to watch the
somebody want to do a reading before we go?
I
At
mean,
least
I
one.
don't mind doing
Anybody?
a
Anybody?
reading.
No pressure,
Because
no pressure. But I'm just saying.
if not, there's other like recordings of us on Black Magic where we did do reading. Like I did the governor's reading before. I did like several people on the panels reading and everything. So you'll be able to see those recordings on the Black Magic show previously as well.
Very true. Very true. Well, with that said, we love you. Gratitude for tuning in. We're gonna catch you next week. And remember, like always, don't trust no genome, don't trust no G night, y'all. Solitude de wa, gratitude.
Gratitude. Solitude de wa.